Hi kids, it's Miss Patty from Wakanda Area Library. I'm here with another week of Take and Make crafts. This week we are going to make holding a bouquet of flowers. So I thought I'd better walk you through this one because there's a lot more pieces and steps. So when you come and pick up your kit, it's going to look like this. So you have the blue paper as the background, the tan paper is for your hand, and then the strips are a little bit thicker. This is going to give you kids a little bit of creativity so you can cut the strips whatever width you want. So you're going to want to go down long ways and cut at least 4 strips of paper. So if you want to cut them fatter, skinnier, it is up to you. You'll get 2 strips of green. One is for the stem, and then another one is for the leaves, if you choose to add leaves, and you'll get 3 cut circles, and that is for the center of the flower. So the first thing I did was cut the strips. So you can see they look like this, and I cut it into 4 pieces of red. So if you need help with that, or you can make a little line, they really don't have to be equal, you know, as far as lengthwise goes or the width. So you cut them however you like, just go straight down. And if you want to trim it so the petals aren't quite as big as that, I think I'll do that with this one. So let's set this aside. And then I want you to take the tan piece of paper and get a pencil. And what you want to do is trace your hand and get up to the wrist. So get some of your arm up to about here. You can always cut off what you don't need after you trace it and see how you want it to fit on the paper. So I lay my hand like this across the paper, and if this is too much, then I'll just cut it off, but better to have more than less. So you're going to use a big piece of this paper, and whatever you have left, just set aside with your scraps, and you can use it for something else. There'll be lots of paper crafts this spring, and these are always fun when I don't give you a template, because everybody's project ends up being unique. So I have that trace down there, so get your scissors, and we're going to cut that out. So just go as close to the line as possible. And then after we do this, we're going to start making our bouquet of flowers. Just thought this was super unique. Pops off the page a little bit, and we are going to make the hand wrap around the bouquet. So it's kind of like, kids, when you go in the garden, maybe you pick some dandelions or some flowers and you bring it in and hand it to mom. So I thought this was really cute, because I cannot wait until there's some flowers outside. I'm ready for a little bit of color. I make these videos pretty far in advance, so it is February right now, and it is dreary outside. It's raining, it's supposed to turn into snow. So hopefully when it's time for this video, we're gonna have lots of green grass, and maybe some flowers are gonna start to bloom. Okay. All right, so that's gonna look like that. Set this aside in case you need it for something else. And you're gonna line it up on your blue paper about like that, I would say. Don't glue the whole thing down. Now this one, I glued the fingers coming this way. Now this time I'm gonna have them coming this way. So I think I'm gonna glue down just about at the wrist right here, and then later we will fold this over. So we're gonna lay the stems like so. So let's kind of play with that first. So we want it to look like they're holding them, and then we will bring it back like so. Let's see, I think we we can angle that a little more so I cut off less of the hand. And let's make the stems different heights. Sometimes it's hard, the flowers are pretty close to each other, so you want to give them each a little space. So this one can almost come popping off the page. We'll put this one lower. I think I like it about like that. So of course when you hold a stem, we want to make this realistic. So this part in here, they should all be together. So we'll do it just about like that. So what I'm going to do is hold it all together. Get your glue stick. Just put some on the wrist right there so we can maneuver it a little. Push that down there. And then let's grip the stems in one spot. Flip that over. Try to hit the stem, every stem with the glue. I don't want to do the whole thing just in case you decide you need to move it a little bit, right? Because that glue stick dries pretty quick. Let's pull that down. That one can be taller. And now you're going to press them down just like that. And now I'm going to show you how we can make the flowers. So let's start with one color. We'll start with the purple. And like I said, this I use the whole length of the strip. So we'll do that for the purple, and then maybe I'll make the other ones a little bit shorter. So you can just crisscross. You're going to go like this. Just like that. Except we're going to go ahead and in between each one, right in the center, just hit it with a little bit of glue. So we'll do that. A little more glue there. There. And there. Okay. And now take it and pull it into the center. And that's how you get your petal. So again, we're going to keep putting the glue on top. I did alternating petals. Okay, there we go. That looks really pretty. And this is my biggest, this will be my biggest flower because I'm going to cut the other ones down. So I'm going to use the biggest circle right in the middle. You might want to hold this just because we have so many folds. Hold that down for a minute. Make sure that dries nice. Press it down. A lot of layers of glue there. And this one is going to be my top one. So now I will glue down my green stem just a little bit more. So just lift it up. Drag that glue stick just a little bit. Press it down. And I'm going to put that right up in the top corner. So that way the other ones can be a little bit shorter. And if you decide you want to trim these stems down, that will work. There we go. So now we have our first flower. Why don't we do the pink next? And so get these all right next to each other. So they're all together, and so they're all the same length. I'm just going to take them and cut about that much off. So that was about 2 inches. There's really no rules here. I just want to make it a little bit smaller. So again, we're going to do the crisscross. So hit it right in the middle, just like so. And now we're gonna bring them in. You don't need to, I mean, you could lay it flat if you wanted to, but I kind of like how the petals are popping off the page. So, and I always do the petals every other. I'm sure with the width of paper I gave you, you can make some other flowers too. It would be pretty easy to make a daffodil or a tulip. But I find that the daisies are the easiest with the strips of paper. Okay, keep holding that. And then get your dot ready. Okay, let's press all those pieces down. And let's see, where should we put this one? Put it right there. That looks good. Get your stem. Glue that down too. Still have lots of room to put the hand over. Down there so we can fold the pinky over too. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and do our last one. I think I'm going to make it smaller, similar to the pink one. So let's go ahead again and stack them up, cut off a little bit, and let's go ahead and make our last flower. And then I'll show you how I made the leaves. And then we'll fold our hand over and we'll be all done. Unless I think it will be nice, you can always write a note on there. Hope you kids are signing your name on some of your art projects. These are very special crafts. All right, so we have that. Let's start folding them over. You guys know what to do. You can go ahead and start cutting your projects. Get to the leaves, just stop cutting. I'll show you how to make all the leaves look the same or close to the same. Okay. Let's get our last center of our flower. That down, and maybe I think I might cut this one just a tad bit shorter, so maybe it'll come down here, so that way the flowers won't be as crowded, because I feel like this one I left them all the same size and it looks nice, it's just a little more crowded. So I just wanted to give you, if you want to keep them all the same size, that's fine. Sometimes it's nice to have a little variety in the projects. That way, in case multiple kids are doing it in the house, they all look a little bit different. There. Let's do that. Okay, how about our leaves? If you have room and you want to add a couple leaves, I think the easiest way to do it is take your other green strip of paper, just fold it in half and press it down. And then all you're gonna do is just cut a shape just like that. So you can make them as long or as short as you want. Why don't we do 3 of those? And maybe it doesn't matter if these are all the same size, but when you fold the paper in half, the leaf is the same. And now you have that nice fold. So these can pop off the page too if you just glue it on the crease. Now it'll pop off the page a little bit. I think we have room, we can put one down there. You can fold that up a little if you want. Why don't we put another one right there? So you can do as many as you like. And then our last step is just to fold our hand over. So I think what we should do is just put a little bit of glue on each fingertip. And just like I showed you, we're gonna fold it over as if you're actually carrying the flowers. So because the hand is popping off the page a little bit, you have to hold it down until the glue dries. So let's get those fingers underneath there and press those down. I don't think it matters what way you fold your hand, so I will show you both side by side. And the thumb, I think we'll just bend it. Thumb doesn't quite reach, right? Or you can fold it this way. We'll just leave it. How about we'll do that? Okay. This one needs a little more glue. So don't put something heavy on top of it, because then you'll flatten out your whole project. So sometimes the best thing to do is just hold it for a minute until it adheres to the paper. So make sure you push your flowers down really good so they don't pop up. Okay, so let me show you both. Doesn't matter which way you wrap your hand. They both look very realistic. I love this. Now go give a bouquet of flowers to somebody that you love. Happy spring, and I will see you soon at Wauconda Area Library. Bye for now.